This is the Indonesia Channel.
Coming up in today's Indonesia, VP candidates in the spotlight, debating who's bigger on education. We profile the air charter business of Suzy Air and how it elevated to success. And we pick a quiz winner in the ultimate Indonesia Channel experience. Hello and welcome to today's Indonesia from Jakarta. I'm Dalton Tanonaka.
Selamat berjumpa lagi. I am Luisa Kusnandar. Thank you for joining us. The men who want to be number two faced off in their only debate of the presidential campaign season.
And last night's theme was human resource development and technology. Here now are highlights, subtitled in English, a one-on-one between Prabowo Subianto running mate Hatta Rajasa and Joko Widodo's number two, Yusuf Kalla.
Prabowo dan Hatta berkeyakinan Indonesia dapat menjadi negara yang sejahtera, maju dan berperadaban apabila sungguh kita meletak sumber daya manusia dan penguasaan ilmu, pengetahuan dan teknologi sebagai pilar utama membangun peradaban bangsa. Kata kunci dan tantangan yang kita hadapi adalah sejauh mana kita dapat menjamin seluruh warga bangsa kita untuk dapat menikmati pendidikan yang inklusif.
Kombinasi daripada sumber daya manusia dan ilmu pengetahuan adalah ujungnya produktivitas bangsa itu sendiri. Kita belajar daripada bangsa-bangsa lain dan kita belajar dari bangsa kita. Bangsa banyak yang maju karena ilmu pengetahuan, ada bangsa yang maju karena sumber daya alam. Karena itulah kita dengan punya sumber alam dan kemudian dengan kekayaan sumber daya manusia dan upaya ilmu pengetahuan tentulah akan memberikan manfaat yang lebih besar bangsa ini.
Kita setuju bahwa harus ada penajaman pada riset-riset yang bisa cepat terdifusi di dalam sektor-sektor. Setuju. Oleh sebab itu, koordinasi yang menyangkut anggaran, koordinasi yang menyangkut riset-riset yang betul-betul diperlukan oleh bangsa ini, saya menyebutkan 6 yang terpenting sekali: pangan, energi, transportasi, pertahanan, kedokteran dan kesehatan, dan menyangkut kebumian, termasuk juga di dalamnya adalah maritim kita.
Kebijakan pemerintah haruslah memihak kepada perusahaan negeri, memihak kepada inovasi bangsa, karena apabila memihak, maka akan terjadi inovasi dalam negeri. Itu yang penting kita utamakan. Ada suatu kebijakan pemihakan dalam negeri, mengutamakan perusahaan negeri. Tanpa itu juga maka akan tidak timbul masalah-masalah yang seperti itu. Karena itulah maka inovasi dapat dikerjakan. Mengenai biaya semuanya itu, saya kira kita semua cukup dengan 20% yang selalu naik. Satu-satunya departemen yang tidak pernah turun biayanya adalah Kementerian Pendidikan.
Wakil Presiden itu perannya bisa dibilang 50-50 ya, 50-50% gitu. Karena sebagian dari wakil presiden itu pasti punya saran dan kritik yang lebih baik buat presidennya.
Sangat penting menurut saya, karena ya selain ada bidang-bidang yang harus dikerjakan oleh wakil presiden, juga kalau misalnya waktu-waktu presiden nggak ada, kan wakil presiden yang akan menghandle pekerjaannya.
Perannya penting ya, karena kan presiden itu nggak cuma harus ada wakilnya. Jadi kalau ada jadi ada backup untuk pelayanan ke masyarakat. Jadi dia nggak bisa sendirian. Kalau untuk yang sekarang kan sepertinya wakil presidennya kurang masyarakat kurang tahu gitu kinerjanya apa. Jadi untuk yang kedepannya ya semoga bisa imbang gitulah antara presiden dan wakil presiden.
We get perspectives now from our Viewpoint analyst.
Wimar Witilar is here. He's a former presidential spokesman, now running his own communications company. Wimar, not much fireworks or blunders. What was your takeaway from this debate?
I think of the 4 debates we've had, right, this is the one with the least consequence in terms of the final outcome. One, because they are both will be vice presidents serving very powerful, strong presidents. So I don't expect them to have a lot of say, unless they have to succeed the president. Secondly, because the subject is a bit complicated. Thirdly, because it's not sexy. Fourthly, because they understood the debate. I don't think anyone did.
Yeah, that's tough subjects for them to talk about.
They tried, and I cannot fake it. I cannot come here and tell you what's the difference, because I was just waiting for the soccer game.
Don't you think it's pretty relevant, though, education?
Sure, but the way they present it, it becomes irrelevant. Because education is how you get away from the rote learning kind of thing, how they get cultural sensitivity into it, how you provide access to different groups of population. But what they're talking is just mechanistic stuff.
All right.
It's just tweedledee-tweedledum,
Yeah.
slightly different versions. So, I mean, I'm indifferent between two. One is the representer, one has more practical insights.
All right, Wimar, both Yusuf Kala and Hatta are very experienced politicians. Do you think that is the reason why they pick?
Oh, obviously, yes.
Yes.
I mean, the only reason Yusuf Kala was picked because he could, cater to the electoral needs of Jokowi, and the only reason Hatta was recruited is to compose this very nice, broad-based coalition. So, after the elections, I don't know what they will do.
We'll never hear from them again, maybe. I mean, they'll be in the background.
I hope so, because if we hear too much from them, then something is wrong with the president.
Yeah, that's true. You know, there were many questions I would have asked. I mean, I'm sure there are questions you would have asked.
Of course.
But, you know, one, for example, I would have asked is, if I were Hatta Rajasa, I would have asked Yusuf Kala, if you want to be the vice president, why were you replaced after after one term by President Yudhoyono? What happened there, right?
Right.
That would have produced some interesting...
And if I were asking questions of Hatta Rajasa, I would say, who are you blaming? You've been around this government for a long time. So are you just asking for...
But they didn't. They didn't get into that kind of thing, right? It was more wonkish.
Because they want to help each other survive this day. It could pull out a lot of dirty laundry if they pull their punches.
So they're playing it safe.
They're
Are you
playing
saying
it
that?
safe.
Yeah?
They're playing it
So you said there's, tweedledum, tweedledee. Is it fair to say that either one of them could step into the top job? They're kind of the same candidate.
They could, but I hope they won't, because they're not presidential quality, both of them.
Why do you say so?
Well, it would be a long story, yeah. And
But Yusuf Kala ran for president in the last election.
he lost,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
Okay. A lot of people ran for president and lost. They are not, well, let's put it this way. One person provides the viewpoint, the insight, the new verve, enthusiasm that the country needs, which is Jokowi. On the other hand, Prabowo appeals to something else, which a lot of people see. I don't, but apparently a lot of people see. So they both have something to sell, which are quite different from each other. And if you see one candidate coming similar to the other, it means he's capitulating to the other's formula. But these guys, I mean, it doesn't make any difference. You even switch them.
You think so?
And they could have run on each other's ticket because Golkar supported Prabowo,
Exactly.
and that's his candidate. So
Exactly.
does it really, comes down to it, Wimar, does the PK candidate really matter in this election or any election for that matter?
Well, in any country, maybe not. What have you heard of Joseph Biden lately? And what did you hear of Mondale? What did you hear of so many vice presidents in America? They only become important when they succeed the presidency.
And hopefully nothing like that happens here, but...
I hope so,
Yeah.
but a big but.
Yeah, okay. Viewpoint analyst Wimar Witelar, thank you very much. Now, to our first look at the weather.
Standing by at the weather monitor is Winnie Kusumawardani. Winnie, what's the quick Tuesday forecast?
Luisa and Zoltan, some parts of Indonesia are beginning to see the